apply for it.
Woo! There you go.
So
Very cool.
I have been in my role for 3 months. This is kind of scary. I mean, I'm going for it because, money, and I get to, start shaping a sock in my, in my own image if I get it, but also scary. Me as a team lead, I don't feel like
you'll never feel like you're ready. I promise.
Right.
Lots team lead and leadership in particular, I struggled the most with imposter syndrome. I mean, I think our entire industry is full of imposter syndrome. You never feel like you feel like you're faking it. You feel like you don't know everything that everyone around you knows. But leadership was definitely a struggle for me. Particularly, I mean, every single person that I was over was 5+ years older than me. So I definitely struggled with that, managing people that are older than me. Managing people that were graduating high school before I was born was like a really weird thing for me. But you kind of start to gain that confidence, and a lot of it's fake it till you make it, and be humble and willing to accept when you're wrong, and be willing to grow and learn and take good feedback.
Okay, I think that those are essential leadership skills no matter how long you've been doing it. Ultimately, there's always, your whole team will know more than you do. You'll be the dumbest person in the room every time.
And that's how you know you built a good team.
Exactly. That's actually the point.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm going to refresh my beverage real quick. We are live on the YouTubes now. So hi, anybody who's watching.
Hi, YouTubes.
Hello, is my mic?
It's like,
is
hi,
this better?
On YouTube. We exist.
Is this mic better? Is this working well?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Yeah.
You're coming through clear.
You sound good.
That's awesome. Thank you. I got big mic versus webcam mic.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm on iMic on the iMac.
I thought I was going to be a big podcaster like 5 years ago, so I'm rocking this thing, but
yeah, I'm just rolling with what's built into this M1 iMac thing.
Hey, if that's built in, that's pretty impressive.
That's a really good mic if it's just the built-in mic.
Yeah, it's the built-in on the M1 because
nice.
I got the fancy new iMac with the M1 and it's purple.
Ooh.
Like, I got it because my ridiculous photography bullshit is just kind of, I need more computational power than my MacBook Air gave me, so I went this thing up.
I never pushed my CPU harder than when I started doing photo and video editing.
Yeah.
My CPU was like, oh gosh, stop killing me, please.
Oh, the murder. The murder.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seriously thought about getting the new MacBook Pro with that M1 Max. It just doesn't come in color.
Okay, so I take two issue with it. First, you're right, color. Second, the fucking notch. Apple, why did you put a notch on a laptop? It's a laptop. Yeah. It's not that hard. I have literally right there. There's literally a 16-inch MacBook with no fucking notch. It's not that hard. You did it already. Keep the same screen.
Yeah,
it's the same $800 to replace. I shit you not. It's $800 screen.
Oh, I'm waiting for whatever the next generation Air is. As long as it comes in color. If it doesn't come in color, then I'll probably break down and get a Pro anyway, but I want a purple laptop, damn it.
Purple is the best color.
I've seen hackers. You can spray paint it. It's fine.
No. I want a Pride MacBook.
I would dig with that.
A Pride MacBook would be good.
I would pay like a solid $100 like an extra solid $100 if I could get a Prime MacBook.
It would just be a throwback to their old logo.
True.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. I mean, that's how they market it. That way they don't end up taking a stance on it because it's Apple. They wouldn't. Exactly. But that's how they market it. Just to call it throwback.
Hey, the MacBook Retro. Boom, we got this.
Yeah. Can we get Tim Cook in the call real quick? Just give him some business advice.
It's like,
I'm sure he's looking for it.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, like
why wouldn't he need business advice? So it's a secret, not so secret code.
We are information security professionals. Like, we understand the professional market.
That's true. I see someone mentioned dbrand in the chat. I have been looking at their skins for a long time and never pulled the trigger, but they have some really cool skins for about every device you can imagine.
Oh yeah. On my old XPS, I had one of their carbon fiber ones. They were shit.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass to apply though, but they were awesome.
Yeah, I was looking at some for my new Pixel 6 Pro. I was like, ooh, and you can customize like every piece of them nowadays.
All right, you want to hear something crazy? It is actually 8 o'clock now.
Whoa!
Oh,
hey, that's crazy.
Time flies.
Can we change that? Can we make it like 6 o'clock? Can we just have like daylight savings 3.0?
Can we get rid of daylight savings?
Thank you. Somebody with some real opinions here.
Yeah, I say we just move the clock forward 2 hours and then leave it there forever.
2 hours? Why stop at 2 hours? Let's make it 4 hours.
Let's just reverse it.
Yeah,
12 hours in one direction.
Yeah.
There we go.
I see no problem with this.
I'm actually an advocate for the no time zones theory, and just like everybody just works a stretch and then
just everyone's UTC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. That's my hot take for the night. So here we go.
All right.
All right.
Probably a little more than just news, but welcome to Seckc AST. Amazing shit today.
Woo!
Yeah, but it is actually an acronym.
Yeah.
We can thank Sis Aaron for that with his amazing acronym skills.
Yes. All right. It is Patch Tuesday, and do patch your shit. There is a long list. There's actually, I think, 2 Microsoft Zero days today in Patch Tuesday. So have fun with those. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. What all do we have? There was Apple and iOS. Yeah, so many. Yeah, Microsoft don't release patches. No. Let's see. Chrome jumped. A couple of older Chrome ones actually jumped way up here in the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Suddenly. So if you haven't been patching your shit, it is now time to get to it. But my favorite out of this is actually the last one. Did anybody read about this Black Byte decryptor?
No, I haven't.
Oh.
So it was a ransomware decryptor. Now, for all the swagger and everything that you hear from people talking about, you know, how brilliant all these hackers are and everything, they were reusing AES 256 symmetric keys, like from victim to victim to victim.
What?
Yep.
You have to be joking.
I am not.
No.
What? How?
No kidding. So, like, even the professionals that have the best customer service, far beyond any of your normal software vendors, the professionals cannot get this shit together.
Oh my god.
Hey, they're probably just trusting that nobody's smart enough to figure it out.
I mean, they're stupid enough to let this happen to begin with, so maybe they're
security through obscurity. It is security through obscurity.
Clearly.
And it's working so well.
Hey, just ask Microsoft.
Oh, Microsoft. Yeah, we'll get to that later. What's not on here, is because it's a little bit older, but Omigod. Did you see? It was they presented it as an Azure bug.
Yeah.
But it's not really just an Azure bug. Once you got to about 3 layers deep, anytime you're running any kind of Microsoft orchestration tool on Linux, it's there.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're running like SCOM internally or any of Microsoft's monitoring or anything like that, it's probably on your systems.
I would just like to go ahead and point out that if you are somehow in some way or another terrified this evening and cannot get sleep, we will go ahead and thank Ben Webb for that. And please direct your attorneys to his inquiries, not SeKC.
Yes.
He is our designated terror monster for tonight, because I won't be sleeping tonight and I'm scared.
So I've spent the last few weeks chasing it around. So I just wanted everybody else to make sure they were having as much fun as I was.
Yes, you wanted to make sure that now we would chase it around with you.
Exactly. Yes. Just hopefully you have you don't have anything that isn't running OpenSSL at least 1.0.
Hey, you think we run SSL?
Hey, if you're not, it might actually be safer right now.
Oh, what a world.
You heard it here first. You want to secure your shit, get rid of your encryption.
Hey,
right?
I had a vendor with a straight face tell me that we could do that to achieve PCI compliance.
What?
I shit you not.
What?
With a straight face, I was like, well, we can't. It was over TLS, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, but we don't have anything that can, we stuck at SSL. Like, well, that's just not compliant. Like, well, I guess we could do it unencrypted. Well, that would work.
Oh, wow.
I mean, just pull it off the network and lock it in a room, and then you don't have to worry about anything.
Well, as long as you've got split knowledge on that lock.
Hey,
we'll key it.
All right. So B-sides happened without all the drama of some other B-sides, apparently.
I have badges for proof.
Yeah, I did see
the awesome Transformer badge. Yes. I'm a little bit jealous of your badge.
Mega badge. It's a thing. In case, okay, so for those of you who weren't there, which also fuck you, you weren't there. Mega badge is a thing. 2 boards combined. Fuck you for not coming and seeing this.
Okay, so I'm someone that didn't make it to B-sides. I wasn't sure I was going to be free by the time I was free. Tickets were sold out. I was talking to someone like a couple days later, and they were like, enough people, we definitely could have got you in. It would have been no big deal. Yep. And I was like, well, now I'll know that for next year. But I did see all the talks most of the talks were posted on besides Casey's YouTube. So there's some good talks up there. I've been casually watching through those during my shifts. So
no, the talks were good. And both like the AV and everything seemed pretty solid for both tracks. So good job on that, Joel.
Yeah, like I admit I missed it, but I missed it because my employer decided to exchange my time for money.
Man,
that's what employers do.
That seems like a pretty good exchange to me. I mean,
depends on the rate.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but I'm exchanging my time for public embarrassment right now.
So I know you were there, Sky. Did you actually catch the intro by Aaron?
Oh yeah, of course.
That I thought was fantastic. That was like he did that almost like it was spoken word.
Oh yeah. No, Aaron, if you're not watching this, I'm sad, but also you're 1 megabits per second. Like I feel you.
Yeah.
You did spectacular. Like that was top notch. Like seriously, I loved it.
Yeah, I don't.
And I've never heard it read before. Like I've read it, but I've never heard it read, and it just carries a different weight when someone else reads it.
So he read you have heard it read because you've seen Hackers, so you've at least seen the abridged version.
Yeah, the abridged.
Oh.
No, I've never seen Hackers.
I was like, hold on.
All right, that's how I get kicked out of SeKC 101, and then I've never seen Hackers. All right, sorry guys, I I gotta go.
All right. Well, banned. No.
Yep.
No, and honestly, I don't know if it's up on the YouTube or not, but it was the Hacker's Manifesto. He read it out as an introduction, kind of to start everything rolling, and he did a really, really nice job with it. I mean, it was clearly he practiced.
Yeah.
So it was quite excellent. Many of the talks were good, though. The keynote I thought was really interesting. It was, and I know some people said they didn't like it. I really, really thought it was cool. I thought it was really creative the way he did it. So he rolled in with a projector, like with overheads.
So the title for that one on YouTube is The Future of Computer Security.
Yes.
And I clicked on it solely because it looked like he was using an old school projector. And I was gonna say, that's one of the main ones that I was like, this is really, really cool. And the format he did was incredible.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a little depressing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, agreed.
We've been talking about the same things that we say we have to do since the 60s. So,
yep.
We might actually do them eventually.
Someday.
It seems unlikely.
Yeah, maybe by the time that Elon migrates civilization to Mars, maybe we'll get there.
Maybe on Mars we'll finally figure out cybersecurity.
Right. But only from the alien races that are on Mars that are trying to kill us and steal our data.
I mean, let's face it, we won't come together until we're under, threat of death anyway, so.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm just going to go ahead and say I don't know if a different colored rock is going to make any color of difference for security. I mean, going to Mars for security, that is.
Ultimately not, but at least it'll be a new rock. We'll have new space to waste.
Yes.
We can just blame the issues with security on the lack of atmosphere and just say all of our secrets are going away because we have no atmosphere to keep them here.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
All right. So that was B-Sides. Do check out the talks if you haven't yet, because a lot of them were very, very good. Facebook.
Wait, is it
it's Meta now.
Yeah.
Meta.
This is I'm sorry, I have to do this. This is the new Meta. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. What a ride, though. I mean, like, everybody became BGP experts in the course of a day.
I think one of the most interesting things that came out from the Facebook event is I work on a global team, so watching teammates in India and Europe talk about how it's down, and not so much because Facebook was down, but because WhatsApp's down, and so many people use that for businesses and their entire livelihood. So when Facebook went down and took down, all of its connected businesses, the impact was a lot bigger than you can't see your neighbor's kids' pictures anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
It had, massive financial impacts to a lot of businesses I would have never expected it to impact.
Yeah, and I was actually talking to a friend who's based in the Philippines, and she's on a SOC, and their SOC uses WhatsApp for communication internally. And their SOC was pretty much crippled because WhatsApp went down.
Wild.
There was a story that Network Geek wrote called "The Day the Internet Died." I want to say it came out like 3 years ago, but it was basically if a major critical service just dropped out of existence for a day, of how fucked would the world be? And this was live action of that.
Yeah.
And it's terrifying. Because 3 years ago, you would have read that article and been like, I don't think a single service dropping off the face of the earth would be that big a deal, even for a day. But then you see teams like Facebook where you have your company based out of it, like
right.
Yeah.
And then you think Microsoft, or Google.
Right. Or let's be honest, AWS would probably be the worst.
Right.
No one could watch Netflix. The whole world would melt down.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, people wouldn't even know, like, how do you Mac on somebody? You can like, hey, you want to Netflix and chill? It's like, hey, you want to oh shit.
You want to use the antenna? Like, dude, I could pull out a paper clip and like Jerry rig one.
It's like, hey, I've got rabbit ears. Come over.
Exactly. Yeah.
all of our all of us RF nerds are just gonna get like real attention real quick. Ham radio is just gonna be flying off the rails the second that Netflix goes down.
Hey,
all of SeKC is just gonna migrate. Like, hey, can you give me some TV?
See, all I'm saying is, all those years I've spent building up a great archive on my Plex server, that shit's about to pay off.
Right.
Hey, I agree. Chase Flicks will do well.
It will be the first time ham radio has ever gotten anybody laid.
Reed, I hope you heard that. For those of you who aren't aware, we have a person at Reed in the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, fuck you. Get on the Discord. He is our resident guru of ham radio, and I'm pretty sure that he is the antenna or the wizard of antennas. So,
I do want to make a quick posit here that ham internet, there is a decentralized setup here around KC where people are meshing their ham internets together and stuff. The bandwidth is, you might be watching that movie in ASCII is all I'm saying, if you have the appropriate converter. So.
I mean, we could always do IP over carrier pigeon.
That's right.
I
believe there's even QoS for that now.
So
I know. I think there's an RFC for it too.
If we wanted to do encryption on that, like how would we do that? Would we just like disassemble the pigeon and like reassemble it in weird spots?
No, you just put camo on the pigeon.
Ah, yes.
That's
that
all
makes
it is.
More sense.
Remember, obscurity through obscurity. Doesn't look like a pigeon. Job's done.
We'll take it one level.
We call
go
it
one layer
tactical
higher.
pigeon.
There you go. We'll train crows. No one will expect the crows.
Oh yeah.
They'll be looking for the pigeons, but the crows.
That's where all the data is.
Exactly.
Secretly so in on this. I'm ready.
So what we don't know here is that Johnny actually has like 1,000 crows in his basement, and he's actually got the
he's ready. He's prepared.
He's good.
Now I sniffed my house for prying eyes, and you, sir, are profound. I don't know why, but just
I work in information security. I'm very good at this type of thing, sir.
I thought I was pretty good on my OPSEC, is all I'm saying.
Oh, it looks like IP over avian carriers now has an RFC to add IPv6 as well.
Oh,
RFC 6214.
Oh, good. Now it's useless.
Over carrier pigeon.
So someone in the chat said that, never underestimate the bandwidth of a carrier pigeon with micro SD cards taped to its legs. I've actually heard of them using pigeons to carry stuff from South Korea to North Korea and putting SD cards and such on their legs. I was listening to something about that fairly recently, and I was like, well, that's kind of genius.
Right. And there was I want to say it was somewhere in Africa, like basically an ISP race to see how quickly they could transfer data, and a carrier pigeon got data transferred faster than the freaking cell network did. It was at like 2% or something by the time the carrier pigeon got there. And it was like, I don't know, I want to say like 100 miles away. It was dumb.
Carrier
pigeons OP.
Branching from carrier pigeon a bit, when you mentioned SD cards and moving via a flight path, was it somebody here that told me about the new up and coming race that basically happens between those that are trying to transport illicit materials through the city and the cops that are trying to catch those well, I'm just going to suddenly do a word drop, but the quadcopters, there we go. And they're
drones.
The drones. That's actually the word I was going for. Thank you. But yeah, so they're running drones, through the city with illicit stuff on them, and so the cops are now trying to get drones to catch the drones, and so now the people that are moving this illicit stuff are then having to try to jam the drones. It's basically a tech war. I mean, it's everybody's nerds fest at that point, and theoretically, no one's actually physically getting hurt. So
until a quadcopter crashes.
True, but I gotta admit,
like tremendous fun.
Well, actually, no.
Right?
How bad of a day would it be if a quadcopter crashed on you in the middle of the city, and then you just like find yourself with 5 pounds of weed in your lap? Like, all right, I'm gonna go sell this now.
You're holding the ice pack on your head, rolling something up, actually,
it'd be worse.
Pain wouldn't be too bad.
Right?
Probably gonna live through it. It's gonna be okay.
And then you got like an $800 drone or whatever it is with
hey, free drone.
See, this good deal.
Just saying, this specific path, I'm okay with this. This one is this escalation where people don't get injured and they're just trying to catch robots with robots. I'm very okay with all of this. Other paths can follow this one. Just saying.
Nah, I agree. Sounds like fun.
I'm gonna suggest a big net.
That works.
I believe that the cops literally had like a four drone thing with a net in the middle, and they just had to basically have ears, listen to when they're going to try and set up the transport, set up the net, try and actually catch it. And then when they realized that was going on, they started jamming the drones that were operating the net. And then, so anyway, it escalated.
Before long, we'll have drones that shoot out like Nerf darts that are electrified, like
EMPs.
What is it? What is the car movie? Why am I great?
Death Race or
no Family? Dom Toretto. I can name everything.
Need for
about
Speed.
Need for Speed.
No, Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Yeah, Fast and
Fast and
Furious.
Furious.
I think it's the second one where they shoot his car with the EMP essentially from the helicopter. Yeah, drones will start shooting those. There'll be little Nerf darts.
Oh yeah.
And this is why my stuff has mechanical fuel injection.
There you go.
All because you watch that movie and you're like, nope, not happening to me.
Yep. That's why you turn your car into a quadcopter. Your like 1966 Oldsmobile into a quadcopter.
So is that your new car? No, it's my mobile Faraday cage. Yep. Faraday on wheels. That's right. Every day is Faraday.
I'm looking at this meme in the bottom of the Zuck. Did anyone watch the Meta announcement?
Oh no.
I every time the more I see him as years progress, I'm not even convinced that the person they're using is human anymore. I'm half convinced that it's AI.
He hasn't aged.
He hasn't aged, and there's nothing behind the eyes. Like they're there, but it doesn't look like anything's happening in the back room. It was wild.
And your living room filing cabinets are an extension of your pantry, right? Like that's where you keep the barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
exactly.
Obviously.
Okay.
What?
I wanted to make sure I wasn't the only one. I saw him doing it, and I felt like, a catharsis. I was like, cool, I do that too.
You never know when you'll have a barbecue emergency.
The barbecue is important.
That does feel like a very Kansas City thing, though.
I think I just
You gotta
lost
have your-
like 300 brain cells. No, 300 might be conservative.
All right, we'll move on then.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't
you're
mean
fine.
to make us move on.
The Army now has an cyber offensive signal battalion, which I thought was interesting just because they talked about how they were going to be there to support systems and build networks and left out the whole part about how offensive was in the actual name.
It's interesting that they just now have this.
They've had it for actually 5 years.
So does anybody actually believe we haven't been doing offensive cyber ops like longer than everybody?
No,
they've been doing it. So I just got off my class and he was just talking about this. And so
cool.
They have about 5 teams, and they just had a big exercise this past weekend. But the problem is that and so that's probably the instructor threw an audible. And so rather than doing like the reading and all the stuff that he, was assigned to us like a week ago, he dropped everything and just did this 3-hour rant of his experiences this weekend with U.S. Army. They're all perfectly valid issues, which is the problem is that the Army has a steeped ancient tradition, time honored and respected, and you will be beaten to a bloody pulp if you suggest anything else, a way of doing command and control. And it works terrific when you're killing people on other continents. Not so good for cybersecurity. So really, I think there's, and I think we're all still struggling with this. How do you lead, manage, and control a SOC effectively, without killing people, whether through overworking them or causing them to quit or whatever. And so that was the topic of discussion, which is how do you effectively lead without trying to do the butch alpha male thing that tears people down and creates kind of a toxic workplace? How do you instead build people up? And how do you effectively do operations? And the takeaway was Agile was a good way to go about it, using Agile methodologies, and then taking a lot of the NIST frameworks for incident response, and then building it right into the Agile Scrum methodology, where it's just right there. You cover all the major bases as a part of your process, and it's working because it's a quick system. You're going through, and then you have a check-in point where you say, okay, where is everybody at? And if you're not making good headway, then you identify, okay, what more resources do you need? And then you get those and you move on, as opposed to throwing in geography and maneuvers and all the crazy stuff that is great if you're driving a tank. And so that was kind of his takeaway from that.
I'll definitely comment that the Agile philosophy does allow for an active team build and a resource-centric realization point for your opportunity. So when you actually ask the people that are building the thing, hey, you tried to build the thing, how far did you get? Okay, what do you need to actually complete it? You're not really trying to tell them how to fix the problem, which is usually the problem in those situations. Your general says, you should be doing it this way. Why aren't you doing it this way? This is already described for you. And that's not really the thing here. They're taking a thing and trying to solve it. And then you make the issue of what more do you need to solve it versus why didn't you do it the right way? It didn't work. And that's not the issue usually. So I'm actually pretty happy to hear they're moving that way. Also, it must be really tough to be so disconnected from their successes like Stuxnet words.
I think, what is the saying? If they wanted recognition, they would have joined the circus.
Yep. Wow. Mic drop. That was beautiful, Joel. My goodness.
I just can't get out of my head like this picture, the Full Metal Jacket scene, but like as a scrum meeting.
One thing that is interesting about the Army being in this space is typically the military branches are pretty protective over the areas that they service. And I remember Air Force recruiters coming into my 8th grade classroom to talk about the 3 domains that they protected. They protected air, space, and cyberspace. Well, they lost space in 2020, whenever the Space Force was born. And now other areas are coming into cyberspace. Soon they really are just going to be the Air Force.
Yeah, but they do have those B-52s and the A-10s. They got their Burt jets, so they're going to be pretty happy still.
Hey, the B-52s are cool.
Yeah, they are. And then have you seen the Strata Fortresses yet? Oh my gosh. They're awesome.
I do have to ask. So offensive cybersecurity operations. Usually in cybersecurity, your red team is attacking itself, the body of the org, unless it's like a contracted or consulted group or something. And then it's still basically the body of the org and you hired them to do it. And otherwise it's considered a hacker. So, I mean, a threat. Anyway, this offensive security, that just seems, I think anybody hired into that position has to have either an exceedingly aware mentality or possibly quite the opposite. I imagine somewhere in the middle, you would not make it there.
I think this is going to be the other governments we call state-sponsored attackers. I think this is our public form. I mean, we know that
face of it.
This is the public form. We know that there's 3-letter orgs that have their own operations that have been operating since I don't know, probably the internet was born.
Yeah,
they invented it.
Like the no such agency.
Actually, I'm going to read here. This is like their standing purpose. U.S. Army Cyber Command integrates and conducts cyberspace operations, electromagnetic warfare, and information operations, ensuring decision dominance and freedom of action for friendly forces in and through the cyber domain and the information dimension, while denying the same to our adversaries.
So disinformation propaganda.
Yeah, that's part of that. At least that's the way I read it.
That is definitely the way I heard it. That's interesting. Thank you.
And that is straight from the Army's website on what their mission is.
And just out of curiosity, Joel, you I guess spoke to somebody that worked with or taught or consulted with that group?
No, this is actually just somebody who's involved in some of the cybersecurity operations, probably more like Blue Team, but like I said, that was his takeaway of his experience this past weekend. he's a little bit frustrated, so he kind of tossed the whole classroom thing and probably listening to this, so I'll probably not pass that class.
Well, you haven't named any names. It should be all right.
Yeah, if anything, you actually highlighted a very positive part about what he said and highlighted how it is actually improving their thing. So I don't know. That's an A for me. So
yeah, exactly.
Anywho.
The NRA getting hacked.
Surprise.
Somebody sent some IP bullets their way.
It wasn't hacktivism though. It was some Russians, and I'm a little bit disappointed that it wasn't, honestly.
But wasn't that well? That's going back into a paradigm that they really enjoy, right? Because if the Russians are doing it, Russians are evil, then you can blame everything on them.
What? Sorry.
I don't know. Last I heard, it was better to be Russian than a Democrat, right?
I'm just wondering if the Russians tried to hack them to download more RAM because they wanted to help the process.
You got to sell them more AKs.
Hey,
true.
The AK is a proper, proletarian weapon, unlike that petty bourgeois AR thing.
All right, listen. All right, I just got a nerve stepped on, and I feel like my face just got kicked in here.
Oh, come on.
So I have to know.
AK-47, the very best they is.
You can pour it while the guns.
I'm being held up by someone with an AR-15. Hold on, let me throw some sand at them.
They have an AK. They or the gun could be drinking. Both could be drinking. It still shoots.
So the requirement of an AK-47 for it to be an AK-47 is the wood for it actually has to be instead of water, it has to use vodka to grow
makes sense
effectively. And every morning to wake up, it actually has to listen to the Russian national anthem, blast it at it.
Gotta play
The-
And
CS:GO
hard
too.
base.
No,
It
no,
has to
no,
be in
no.
hard base, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. Ghetto hard base. Johnny would know all about that, Mr. DJ man.
Might be familiar.
It's like,
In fairness, though, it is great that you can, fire it and it will go bang, 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 but hitting anything, that's the problem.
I mean, yeah, it does go boom, but does it go boom accurately? I don't think it goes boom as accurately as my AR-15.
That's why you have to, feed it a lot of ammunition.
Yeah, but if I pour barbecue sauce into both of them, which one's gonna
Well, if you're in Kansas, both of them are gonna work.
Yes.
All of our guns are taught.
And the only way
Your
that
own
they could get
opponent.
it to work, though, was grabbing the enemy by the belt buckle, which then it was pretty accurate at 3 feet.
So what you do is you're like, hey, you want to go grab some barbecue? Yeah, sure.
hey, if you get the Yugoslavian version, you buy 2 and get a Yugo free.
Yeah, that's an 80s joke.
That's bringing pulled pork and burn-ins to a whole new level with the AK there.
Spicy.
Well, this is Kansas City. If we're gonna talk about guns and barbecue sauce, this is the place it happened.
This is definitely the episoder for that. I didn't get to hear about them getting hacked. So were they bumped off for a day, for a week? But did Uncle Ted somewhere not get his membership renewal done in time? Like I have to know.
It was Evil Corp, correct? Or sorry, they rebranded themselves to Grief.
Yeah.
Oh, grief.
I haven't seen anything that really confirms that it happened. I know that they said they'd done it, and I haven't really heard too much beyond that. So it's still in my cautiously optimistic it was really a thing, but who actually knows?
Wait a moment. So
Kyle?
you're saying the NRA doesn't know whether or not it got hacked or not, so that's why we haven't heard confirmation on this, because they're not smart enough to know if they got hacked. So you can just say that you hacked them, and then you get to take it home.
They don't. They
Oh
can
my
either
God!
confirm
What
or
am I doing with my
deny.
life? Oh, I get it now. Okay.
Man, Johnny, you missed your DEF CON claim to fame there.
I really did. I will have to wear I hacked the NRA shirt, and
Oh
just
yeah.
they won't be able to say I didn't because they have no idea.
Well,
Oh,
wasn't there
no,
a copy of Time Magazine, which was Man of the Year?
2007.
Yeah, 2007 with a mirror front end.
Yeah.
Right.
So anybody literally who bought a copy of that could be the 2007 Man of the Year.
Hey, when I was interviewing people, when I was in a managerial position, I had someone put that on their resume that they were Times Man of the Year in 2007.
I would almost give somebody an interview for that. That shows
Hey,
some
by that
creativity.
time they made it to me, and it was a good talking point.
Yeah.
I mean, if they can defend it, that's what I would want to do.
Yes.
And then you got to be all hostile about it, like, oh man, I can't believe you put 2007 Man of the. I was Man of the Year in 2007. What are you talking about? I need my title
Yes.
here.
Well, it depends on at what tier you're at. If you're in the C-suite, if you're good enough to BS your way through HR and all the protections that you have, yeah, they might actually deserve a C-suite job. I mean that's actually being able to talk your way through that shit.
Yeah. It sounds a little bit like, have you ever seen the Internship?
Oh God.
No, if these two guys
Yeah.
can turn being stuck in a blender into a positive, maybe we should give them a shot.
Yeah. I think surviving 2020 is a good one. But
That would be
Yeah,
good.
Exactly.
Something I
Yes.
will say is narrative is a key thing in any industry. And so anybody who has a good grip on how to do a good narrative, I mean, even in incident response, it's all about building a narrative, what happened in a
Yep.
way that is easy to understand and digest.
Something I used to be fond of telling my kids before they grew up and moved out was, your ideas are only as good as you can communicate. If you can't explain your idea to somebody, then it's not good because no one else can understand it.
Yeah.
Most of my ideas are
that-
terrible.
I'm taking that down for future application with the kids. That's chef's kiss right there. That's good stuff.
And of course, I could also say something about documentation as well, because
We haven't
it's
nobody
nice that
used
you
that.
know what you're doing, but you want to know what you did 6 months from now.
That's overrated.
That's what
In
batch
many
history is
ways,
for.
not documenting actually helps you.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, oh yeah, no, I totally patched that security vulnerability back in November. What are you talking about? That was airtight. I don't know how we could have gotten breached.
Because if it wasn't documented, it didn't happen.
Oh no, it did happen. I have
And I
patched
did it.
every security vulnerability since I was born. There's no way we're getting hacked. I didn't document it, but I sure patched it. Totally.
Yeah. No,
are you-
Aaron patched it. He's not here, so he patched it.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. That's what he's out doing right now. He's patching the
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why
Patch
he's in
Tuesday.
negative
That's
tonight.
why he's not here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, this was a doozy, wasn't it?
What, this patch
Patches with
Tuesday?
it.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Yet another exchange.
Another exchange.
Um,
Excel 0-day already exploited in the wild.
that Linux RCE was like 9.8. I didn't know there was a Linux RCA. I hadn't quite caught that
Yeah.
news just yet. And that's like remotely accessible. It sounded like even.
Yeah. So anyway, Loft Crack.
Yes.
I have not read any of this yet, so I'm good live.
I followed the Twitter thread on this pretty closely, just reading about how it all went down. So Loftcrack has changed hands many a times over the past few years, but the original guys, they put it in the contract when it got sold this last time, that if it stopped being sold for the period of 1 year, they could buy it back for the total profits that the program had made in the previous 12 months. So they were able to get it back for free because it had stopped being sold, and the profits from it over that 12-month period was zero.
Huh.
So this is why we have smart attorneys out there that write our contracts.
Yes.
Because,
Like, you mean attorneys aren't just out to get us? Oh.
hey, it depends on which side you're on.
Yeah.
I
No,
bet you
you're
would.
absolutely right. They
yeah.
are absolutely out to get us
Yeah.
more money.
There we go. Now, if you're on that side of the more money, or if you're getting the money taken from you.
Speaking of lawyers, did you know that the IBM versus SCO Santa Cruz operation lawsuit finally ended?
What?
Really?
Wait, what?
It was so freaking convoluted that the federal judge it basically says everything's finished. Everything that has been argued has been argued. Everything has been resolved, and we're done forever. It's over. Go home. Yeah. So it's just been going on and on and on, and finally it just got to a stalling point where the judge says, "Okay, we're done. I'm dismissing everything left with prejudice. Fuck off."
Get the fuck out of my courtroom.
Do you know how
Return
long?
0.
Yeah.
Do you know how long that has been running?
Oh my
I
God.
don't. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Over 7 years.
Yeah.
That
Oh, longer than that.
Yeah, I was
I
about to say
feel
my
like that
kid's
was
like
like-
about that old, so like it happened before him. So
I feel like that lawsuit started when I was in high school.
Here,
I'm-
hold on.
All right.
We can
According to
Oh,
Wikipedia,
there we go.
SCO Linux disputes. It looks like 2007.
Yeah,
fuck.
like that was my junior year of when in 07.
wow.
That was
Maybe
like my
August
junior year of
10th.
existing. It was 5 when that happened. Jeez.
Okay, it's actually probably started a bit earlier. On August 10th, 2007, a federal district court judge in SCO versus Novell ruled in summary judgment that Novell, not the SCO group, was the rightful owner. And then it goes on in the appeals court in 2009, 2010, a jury court.
So no Zen for
Oh.
Novell, huh?
The
Anybody that
original
gets that is
claim
old.
was at the beginning of 2003.
Oh
Yeah,
That
so
sounds
like,
about right.
So almost 20 years
There we
ago.
yeah, like
Jeez.
the original lawsuit was filed before I was in high school.
I was in third grade.
And then while they're doing this, they were just suing the shit out of everybody. And so basically they were selling licenses to people, and people were buying them.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, this was I remember this was back in the Slashdot days. And
Yeah,
they were
like-
all bent and twisted because they sold what they thought was going to be the only Unix that would run on Intel boxes. And they had it in their head that was like their exclusive right, that nobody else in the world could do that. And so then
So
when
they
it came
kept
along,
with it,
they got all
and-
twisted up. Yeah.
Novell or SCO?
SCO
SCO.
at the time.
It's like that it definitely describes the end of Novell's history. Just gotta say.
Oh God.
Novell still kind of exists. I mean,
Wow.
it's-
They're
Just like
they're owned by Micro Focus now, aren't they?
yeah, they got eaten up by some investment group or something like that for a while. And
Yeah.
I think after that, it just went.
Like I remember my first Linux distro was SUSE 9 because it was right after Novell bought SUSE and they were shipping, and I had a Win modem for my home dial-up at the time.
Mhm.
And SUSE was one of the few distros that had Win modem support built in.
Oh God, I hated those.
Yeah, same. They were the crappiest soft modem in the world. I worked at an ISP during that time period, roughly
Yeah.
2003. Almost.
Somebody could dial into my BBS and I could tell because it was clunky. It didn't have enough cache. It was just bad. I was just like,
Wait.
you got a soft mode, didn't you?
No. This is the new form of security. Just slow your shit down enough where if you start getting hacked, like, oh man, I can't transfer
I think
this
I'm
file.
actually
getting hacked.
I'm trying to push that as a strategy. So, but
This Aaron's been experimenting with it tonight, so we'll have to see.
So not kill chain, slow chain.
There we go.
yeah, no. You
Okay.
can do that with firewalls. You create tiers of service, and then you can like set it up so that they give a maximum level of performance. And if somebody pisses you off to that point, you just feed them to their tier as opposed to or inside of the rule set inside of the firewall to all of a sudden, oh, you're on this port to this IP address or to this URL category. Well, guess what, buddy? You're getting 56K performance. There you go.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, my
And not
landlord.
just you,
Yeah.
See,
everybody.
Yeah. No, I've
I
limited my
would've-
landlord to a megabyte a second. Like,
Like
fuck
I would
that.
have killed for 56K performance in those days because I was getting 28.8 because I was so damn far from the nearest dial-in trunk station.
Yeah, that was rough.
Horizon 2400 baud.
Wait,
I
what's bod?
Yeah, exactly.
At the ISP I worked at, I had to slow some people down to like 19.2 because they like lived in Palmyra and other teeny tiny little itsy bitsy towns in Missouri. It was sad because you'd have, grandma call in that she wants to download, she wants to get email. She wants to POP3 her email to download those pictures. And every time she connects and starts downloading that first message, the modem disconnects because she's connecting too fast. And, oh my gosh. And then she's crying because it takes 10 years for her to get that picture from her.
Yeah.
I'm getting
We're leaving. Okay, I'm going to do a therapeutic. Let's transition to the next slide.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Ah.
Lord.
Hey,
You lie, sir.
hold on. Let me just go ahead and remove my F12 key so I have no hazard of getting prosecuted here. All
I got
right,
mine for you,
Hey.
too.
it's gone. Governor
Hi.
Parson, you can't.
Fuck you. I'm a Kansan.
By the way, has anybody here tried to find our state of Missouri's GRC group, the one that would normally try to handle a situation like this?
What GRC group?
Exactly, because it doesn't exist. There's actually nobody hired into it. The entire group that's adjacent to that group has 4 people in it, and the people are basically the secretaries. I looked to try to alert Missouri about the faux pas that was happening. It's almost a month ago at this point, and a little over actually. But yeah, that happened, and I happened to be on Twitter when that happened, and I was like, oh my God, and I added the Guardian, I added the Register, and I'm like, fucking publish something of logic that like, and actually, the Register actually published something that was like perfect, spot on, perfect, and yeah, still he is like holding on to his cue card there so hard.
So, in Governor Parsons' defense,
oh no, there is no defense.
Yeah,
pressing down on F12 is one step, and releasing F12 is another step.
Hold on. If you have to open up a web browser, that's one step.
Right.
You gotta type in the address. You gotta
wait a minute. You guys got it all wrong.
Pressing each individual key is a step.
Yeah, gotta plug in the computer. Gotta plug in the keyboard.
The F12 key is all about the 5G, and the chips.
Oh shit, that makes more sense. That explains it. I guess I can understand it.
You forgot about removing whatever object of your body from whatever lower part of your body to be able to begin accomplishing any of that stuff for it to be considered hacking in the first place.
Right. So if for any of our viewers that don't have one, there's a sticker. There's another sticker. If you think that Governor Parsons is an asshole, come and take it. See me on Discord. I know you're on Discord because if you're not, you're a piece of shit and you need to be on Discord.
I do want to take just that brief, tiny moment to also make a mention that this all could have actually been just something to distract us from the full cabinet replacement that Governor Parsons did basically in the same week for almost every group or nearby group to this kind of activity within the state of Missouri. Like,
hey, they are looking for a new CISO for the state of Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Last I heard.
Yeah.
So
True story.
Yeah.
anyone wants to go for it.
I mean, it was absolutely a political ploy. And he's headed out for the Post Dispatch for a while. So
somebody put in the chat, pressing F12 is one stall step for man, one giant leap for hackers.
But see, I am just glad that my keyboard label actually made it into the slide deck. So,
hey, if you have to press Command Option I on a Mac, that's like you're doing way too many steps. You thought F12 was a step. Ooh.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So step 1, hit your Mac with a hammer. Step 2, get Linux.
I like my Mac.
So
that's what's powering this. So, and then few complaints, but I'm actually seriously considering that because Windows 11 and the new versions of Mac OS are a little bit too cloudy.
By the way, Mac OS 12 is shit. Don't update. Pro tip: I've spent my entire day today banging my head against a wall, so don't update to 12.
On the side of 11, I've enjoyed it on my personal computer.
Oh yeah, 11's awesome. I love
Codex. So basically, what you're saying is that you're the guy who's going around hacking Macs with all the 0 days that has been patched.
Hey, I'm not okay. I just said fuck Governor Parsons, and so he's already hit me. Let's not do any additional incrimination on this Zoom meeting, please.
Nah.
So
let's actually, on the flip side, go ahead and compliment the reporter that followed appropriate process for
absolutely
amen to
really bad thing. That was teachers' very personal information, social security numbers, all the rest.
Would you rather that person not have told anybody?
No, like he should have told somebody,
or even worse,
or
told someone who would have paid him a lot of money for that information.
Right.
He absolutely followed everything he should have with responsible disclosure.
Yeah.
Was actually part of the requirement when I can't think of his name off the top of my head, confirmed the vulnerability for him. He said, I won't do this unless we give them a chance to fix it before we publish.
Yeah.
And then it was 100% done correctly. And then
it was handled 100%
Governor
incorrectly from
McShithead decided to take a giant shit
Yeah.
on it anyway.
Yeah.
We thought the corporations didn't know what they're doing with responsible disclosure. Huh.
It's like Governor
Missouri.
Gaston.
So he did a major house cleaning, and you said so. Basically, what was it? Did they wipe out all of the cybersecurity stuff and stayed, or was it
All
like
the
he was
managers, basically, like
Yeah.
everybody that was division lead, more or less, they were told to go. And I read a couple articles about this after someone posted, like, "Hey, this is a distraction," and I was like, "Wait, how many cabinet members did he get rid of?" Quite a few is the answer.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying
just so to what point and why?
I don't have that level of sleuth time, so
I mean,
So
we can just start
Confirmed.
in with politician as his job title, and
one
it's
of
absolutely to install his cronies, I'm sure.
One of
Yes.
them, if I'm remembering correctly, her husband is a state representative who spoke out against Parsons, and then she lost her job.
Oh.
Completely not retaliation.
Oh yeah.
It was,
oh no,
at all.
obviously not.
related.
No.
Oh, okay. Standard politics then. All right.
Yeah.
I was kind of concerned there because it's a wag the dog scenario. So you've got, what is he hiding? Where? So we're being pointed in one direction. Where's the, quick line pit?
yeah, where's the big, huge flaming house? Because you're worried about the car on the side of the road.
Right.
On another topic about F12, there was a video that I saw recently of her son was taking he was probably 7 or 8, taking a math test online because some schools are still doing the online school thing, and she said, "Show me what you figured out." And the kid had figured out that if he hit F12 and he hovered over the answers, when he hovered over the right one, it was green and it said true. So he was like, "Yeah, so this is how I get the right answer." That kid's illegal in Missouri, but if my son ever did it, I would tell him he probably shouldn't do that, and he should learn the answer. But I'd be really proud as a dad.
No, that kid should
just tell him that that's the right way to do this.
Yeah.
That kid has set themselves up for a nice career in red team consulting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I respect the shit out of that guy.
Well, it's like the asshole song, the guy's kid went to school and sang the song and then, got sent to the principal's office. And of course, dad came in there and he says, "Okay, first off, I'm so proud of you. Second off, never sing that again."
You're picking up a skill about 15 years too early. So remember that. Hold on to it. Don't do it again where anyone sees you.
No, this is a perfect time to do it.
Yes.
Because it's called, before you're 18. You're 18.
Exactly.
Getting kicked out of a school really does make for a bind in the graduating of the school. So
that is a good point.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I have a story about this from my life. My last day of high school, I decided I was going to go snooping around on the school network with my personal Linux machine. It's really funny how leaving live Ethernet ports unsecured is a bad idea, especially when you don't do 802.1x.
Oops. If you connect to me, I trust you.
Yeah. Oh no, it gets better. And it's also a really bad idea to leave PST files on an unsecured share on the C drive of a workstation and actually share the directory it's in, especially when it's the high school principal's email and it's the active PST that is being used and worked out of. And it doesn't take all that long to download one over a gigabit Ethernet connection, internal, or to find software under Linux that will open one. That was my last day of high school. And
it's kind of like your last day at work, really. You can do anything you want.
Oh yeah.
This is true.
Oh,
don't shit on your boss's desk and you're good.
Yeah. But no, the school's IT guy kind of was a little bit cocky, and I decided to take him down a notch as my last stun as a high schooler.
As your going away present.
Did you send an email as the principal, or did you merely reveal intel? I'm asking for a friend.
Right.
I walked into the principal's office with my laptop, showed him his email, and said, "You might want to have your IT guy fix this."
Better than all the rest. Nice.
Hey, that was responsible
disclosure. It was responsible disclosure.
There we go.
I nearly got suspended on my last day of high school.
Damn, the principal's following. Parsons just following your principal setup.
Well, I mean, that's what the EFF does. I mean, it's the electronic frontier. It's not like this hasn't happened before. The problem is it happens over and over again because people don't understand how to look at things in context.
Yeah.
No, it's because politicians are dumb.
Yes.
No,
just politicians, unfortunately.
It's not limited to any one profession. Humans are, humans as
dumb.
Part of our condition are kind of dumb. Now, some of us can make good decisions most of the time, but it's just a question of when those moments of stupidity happen to coincide with the, situation. So I think we just all have to work extra hard to keep everybody honest and, keep our respective stupids at bay.
And keep our egos in check. Seems a lot of this has to do with ego.
Yep.
I wish
true.
I do want to kind of just say on the school side of things for that, it would be so nice if students had the ability to kind of interview their school and had more option to choose school that would align with, I'm going to say philosophy, but I don't mean that religiously. And because you could do that when you work. I mean, if you're interviewing them as much as they're interviewing you. So I have to really feel bad for some people that aren't able to sit around.
Think about it in terms like, for instance, during the 90s, you had inside the Kansas City metropolitan area, you had the magnet program.
Mm-hmm.
And in some cases, that was great. You got, 21st. Well, at that point in time, you had advanced, specialty skills that you could learn.
Yeah.
But in some places, it was so toxic. It dealt permanent, damage to everyone who went there. And a friend of mine noted that his surviving class is down to like 12.
Of course, I did not have the luxury of even a magnet program where I went to high school because I grew up in a small county in rural Tennessee, and we had one high school for the whole county. So
yeah, that gets troublesome when you talk about.
Yeah, but no.
Kansas does it one way where they suck all the money up into a one big pool and then divvy it out based off of head count.
Yeah, it's
but other states don't do it necessarily that way. And then you have a problem with talent, getting good, positive teachers and role models and everybody in place.
Yeah.
All right. So the theatrical transition slide.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey,
community
what else is
calendar.
going on?
Oh yeah.
Oh yay.
So who wants to speak?
Well, we have a lot of cool things coming up. I know that we take the winter break for December, but I know Joel's got something he wants to do. Network Geek's got something he wants to do, and that should be really interesting. Bill's got something coming up as well. I mean, we got several talks that people are interested in doing. So for the first time, we're not struggling to find material right straight away.
And something I'd like to hear from the community is topics that we like. I know that it's kind of up to individual speakers to do a speech on something they know and love, which is great because you have the passion and it shows. But so it would be good to kind of get feedback from the community on what they want. And so we can potentially come up with good content,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Really, the more feedback we get just in general, the better we can make this.
Yeah, and I just want to reiterate, because I've said it a lot lately, but not everyone's heard it. SeKC is not, hey, it's us, the 6 people that are in this Zoom call tonight, putting on the show. Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? It's not just us running things. Woo! Who would have thought? No, SeKC, we are a community. We are you guys. You guys are us. We're you. We're a blob of people. And so like seriously. Oh, whoops. Is this better? Johnny, is that
A little better. I was going to try quietly tell you about that, but yeah, you're
okay?
coming in a little hot there.
Yeah. Yeah, SeKC, we're a community of you guys. So if there's something that you guys want to change, if you guys want me to just like get banned, suggest it. We're here for you guys. You guys are here for us. So
Tell me, someone said
Before anyone suggests to ban him, you have to understand how much he does for the community and think about how much would fall on other people's if he was gone. So I think there's a lot of people that would veto that.
Oh, no.
Not it.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys don't realize I do nothing. I just sit around and I just look cool.
We
Okay,
need,
that-
but
pizza.
there needs to be a person there to do that, because otherwise it's just an empty seat.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And who is?
I mean,
gonna
that could be
wear
the person who
T-Rex
starts the
costume?
band. Oh yeah, shit, can't do it. SeKC
Right?
won't survive.
I know.
T-Rex costume.
God, trying to take our mask
bad.
I
off.
won't fit in the costume. I'm too fat.
I'm too tall.
Did you see
I'm
the
too
costume on me? It felt like I was like getting a fucking wedgie, just shrugging the thing up.
If only there was a costume place like Men's Warehouse where, you know, you're not buying whatever you can find that mostly fits off the rack.
Yeah, right.
I like this idea. I
I'm,
feel like there's a business here somewhere, like
Yeah.
tailored costumes.
So
fitted
ISSA, what is
T-Rexes.
that?
But then you realize how much that would fucking cost, and it's like,
Feels
I-
worth it.
Do it in China.
Yeah, true.
It'll cost nothing.
oh yeah.
Oh, ouch. Okay, but I mean, I just felt like the internet throw things at me.
Yeah, there's shadow prisons there.
Yeah. By the way,
So, you know how like Parsons like just randomly fire people because he doesn't like that? They take an extra step there.
oof.
Ooh,
By the
Boy,
way,
that got dark all of a sudden.
yeah, I'm gonna lighten that whole topic there. There is a new Netflix called I think it's called Found, and it's about several young kids that were adopted into the U.S. that ended up basically being found on the street in China, and they're all trying to find their parents over there from here, and the adopted parents are like part of this thing. I cried like just like watched it a little bit ago with my other half, and it's like an hour and a half long film. But anyway, really, what gives a very real view into some of the happier consequences that have happened around some of the odd arrangements overseas. And I guess I'll leave it at that. But that is, I definitely recommend looking for that and finding it. It's
So on the topic of reaching out and touching somebody a long ways away, we have on the list here the Tuesday night ham time SeKC talk group. This is a ham radio event, giving us all an opportunity to dust off the radios, charge up the batteries, and to reach out and touch somebody. Not necessarily in China, but who knows? Maybe they're listening.
Yeah, absolutely. And hop on, in the Discord, hop on the ham channel for all the deets. But yeah, it's a standing Tuesday night meeting. Always excited to talk to new and interesting people, or new and boring people, just new people in general.
Hey, nobody at SeKC is boring. We're all cool.
Oh yeah. So I want to interject before we move on to like the next bullet point. SeKC lunchtime. We kind of do it every other Wednesday. Not doing it this week because meeting week. But next week, join the Discord, the lunch channel. Get in there. If you're not in the Discord, you suck.
So I will say, as someone who's fairly new to SeKC, my first introduction to SeKC outside of the Discord was going to lunch. I met Jiggle Billy and Ben and Always Never MFA and Kayla. And then as I've gone, I've met more and more people. I will say, if you're new to the community or you go to the meetings and you're, I don't know, I find it hard to talk to new people in big settings like that. It made the meetings a lot less scary because I had some friendly faces that I knew. It's a great time. There's typically 6 to 15 of us, and we chat about anything and everything and eat lunch together. And a lot of people are working from home right now, and if you are, it's a great way to get out of the house and get some interaction with others that aren't your coworkers.
Something I'll throw out there, and this is a great opportunity, is to find a barbecue place that will do the smoked AK-47 with barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Joel, do you have any recommendations where to start? Actually, no, you know what? We need to get a contract with Joe's KC out here in Kansas and just be like, hey, can you smoke a couple AK-47 for us? I just want to do that like with a straight face as an email from our official address.
Some type of pulled pork or whatever it is, but use like a laser to cut an AK-47 or a meat shaped AK-47. I mean it's a great opportunity.
Burn ends and burnt bangs. There you go. Trademark.
Oh yeah, and then you like put the beans down the barrel or something. Like this is, and then your magazine is like French fries. Like shit, this is a great idea.
Perfect. Yeah.
How was this not thought of before? Shit, Joel, you're coming up with new business ideas here. I like it.
Hey, ribs. Boom. Perfect way to do it. Like you can do it with ribs or a brisket.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there you go. Your rib is like this, your butt right there.
Yes, exactly.
That's your brace. Or no. That's your hand grip. That's your foregrip up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grip.
See, we're rethinking gun physics. The NRA ain't got nothing on us.
Okay, ISSA. Somebody tell me about ISSA as an organization.
If no one else wants to, it's the Information Systems Security Association out here in Kansas City.
Yep.
It's InfoSec in KC.
Awesome.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's not as hackerish or as fun. They don't say fuck nearly as much as we do, but
nearly.
Is that like the ICS side of our technical stuff, basically? Is that where the energy people are and all that?
More or less. And one thing we couldn't put on here just because the meeting's already passed is the ISC squared also. They're kind of in that same vein.
There's a chance that they may host a December meeting. I know that they normally do, so stay tuned on their website. It's what is their website? They plugged us. I want to plug them. It's isc2kcchapter.org. I'm going to post that in the chat because nobody's going to remember that.
Well, I was going to pull it up if you didn't.
As far as other, because I get out of the house all the time. That is the joke. But one of the other things I want to try to get into is the InfraGuard meetings. I finally did some stuff around that, and I've been trying to steadily, and I have not done this at all, but move myself to a position where I'm actually trying to attend that. And was just thinking there's probably others that maybe know or go or whatever, and it'd be neat to highlight that on here too. Would that be something we might want to add for a next slide? So
technically I'm part of InfraGuard. I have never been to a meeting, but they're usually at 11 o'clock on a random Tuesday or Wednesday. So their midday meetings, and they've been all digital recently. I don't know if they're moving back to in person, but they've been remote from the invites I've seen. So.
And is your name on here the same?
Pursuance? Yeah. I am Pursuance on Discord as well. Yep.
Word. I will follow up with you there. Thank you, sir, very much.
Yeah, of course. I know that there's I don't know the details about it, but if you join the Lock Sport channel, I know the tool org is trying to spin up more meetings. Hack the Planet would be the person to talk to about that, I believe, if you're interested in more about picking and
you must be a hacker.
Hacking things.
I believe he is the chapter lead, president, whatever the right word is now.
I think that he took that over.
Right.
Yeah.
Next Monday we have Women's Security Kansas City. They're doing their meetup. It's in person. So if you like getting out of the house, go do that. It's awesome. It is not exclusively for women. You can be a potato like me and still show up. I don't know why they haven't kicked potatoes out yet, but I'm a potato. They don't kick me out. I'm cool. Keeping with the Monday tradition, because people like meeting on Mondays for some reason. Justin Ferguson, JFerg in the Discord, is hosting the OWASP PC meeting. I don't know if he's like, I don't know what the proper term is, but he's host in quotations, because I don't know what his title is. But he's like putting on. So I've been to the OWASP meetings. They're awesome. If you have time, go check them out. It's good information, even if you're not directly in app security.
Everybody is in app security. They just don't know it yet.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if you have any other community calendar items that you'd like to add in the future, please share them with us and the SeKC Discord, and we'll make sure we get them into the community calendar next time we do a podcast. Something else I'll throw out there is that if anybody has been active in donating blood to the American Red Cross or any other organization, they've become downright annoying and desperately trying to get you to donate more blood. I donated last night, and I highly recommend that anybody go out and donate blood, because they're really hurting for it.
So I got over COVID. I guess I can finally go do that. It's almost about a month ago at this point, so I'm probably finally safe to get back into that lifestyle again. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
All right. So I think that actually covers all the content that we had. So I'm actually
Wait, we had actual content tonight. We weren't just like,
What is this content thing?
right? I thought the slides were just like something to like get us going, and then we were just like, oh,
more
shit.
or less.
Yeah, cue cards,
Right, yeah.
recommendations.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the picture in the frame, just kind of recommend.
Oh yeah, not a requirement.
No,
So
not at all.
about the topic of next talks, because thankfully we theoretically won't have to do anything for December. It certainly sounds like we won't. But January,
But we're not.
right? Okay, right. We're not. So January, that is happening, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we already have anything for January?
We definitely have stuff. We haven't set what the actual agenda is going to look like.
Oh, word. Okay. Oh, it's a present then. We get to reveal it later. That's even
Exactly.
more fun, right?
If you guys are interested in following along with that and interested in getting more involved in SeKC from that perspective, under the Discord, hashtag SeKC-ops. It's a good place to figure out all and anything and everything going on. You want to know kind of who's talking, or you want to see where you can help, jump in there and offer a hand. You got a skill, offer a hand. You say, hey, I've done video editing before.
Oh yeah.
Someone may just hand you an SD card and be like, all right, cool. It's on you now. Have fun.
Get this out of my face, Chase. I don't want to do this anymore.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Also, you could be in the Zoom call tonight too.
I just edited. I'll see. Actually, well, I didn't edit it. Fortunately, somebody stepped up and helped me edit all the video that came out of B-sides. So,
Oh, good.
many thanks to Eric Helm for soldiering through and cutting like a madman and getting stuff done. But also, if you were interested in seeing any talks on B-sides KC, they have released them on their YouTube channel.
Fantastic.
Yes, absolutely fantastic.
Has anyone done a recent I built my own router and whole home network talk here at SeKC? I know I obviously got to DJ our October one, but lifestyle and COVID and et cetera, I didn't get to do some of the meetings just before that. So I honestly, and I have not had time to look through all the YouTubes. So I've been working on the home network for a little bit, and I could probably give a really neat talk. Maybe, I guess it sounds like January might be full, but maybe
I think
February.
Something that we've done in the past is the home lab series. And so it'd be a great theme to run with. I have something on that we should see here January, February, depending on how the demo gods and scheduling gods get to me or not. But that would be a great topic.
I would Joel, if you're kind of putting something together for that and any help could be advantageous for you, I'd like to put that out there for you. That'd be
I'll share out the slides to you.
Word.
And if anybody's interested in doing any type of home lab kind of presentations, or if you have any ideas, I think we have a channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have a home lab channel.
We have a DevOps channel even where some of that stuff bubbles up in if
Oh yeah, it's
you know the right one.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, I've 2021 for me, so I just don't pay attention to a lot of things that I should. But I'll get with you after we sign off here.
Thank you, Joel. Yeah, let's not talk about how many unread emails are in any one of my inboxes. I don't even want to think about it.
Hey, we all work in IT. We don't even know how many reports we get every morning when we wake up. All of us have that.
So yeah, and like, you know, on the kind of at home lab thing, like if we do another soldering workshop, I'm obviously going to volunteer to help. So
Oh yeah,
So
Cool. Yeah, I've talked with Network Geek about doing some hardware stuff. We want to rig a camera up close, so you can kind of
that would be sweet.
right. So
Hopefully. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say so for those of you who don't know, I am related to Network Geek, so I like do whisper in his ear a lot. I've been trying to convince him to live solder and fix one of the broken DC27 badges. You know, one of these things with the fuckload of LEDs on them.
Yes.
TLDR, these things are just a pain in the ass, and so hopefully he can do this live.
That would be awesome.
Ping at Network Geek in the Discord. Just spam ping him like, fix a DC27 badge. Fix a DC27 badge. Do it.
God, I remember those.
do we all get Nerf guns to shoot at him while he does that?
Oh yeah.
I like that idea.
So this was at the Badge Pirates lab. There was a conversation that happened of while we're en route to the next DEF CON, we're gonna drive there, and then while we're like driving through Colorado, somebody has to get drunk in the back seat, use a soldering iron, and fix one of these before they cross the state line. And it's who can do it first, because then we're gonna have Kevin do it, and then we're gonna have Network Geek do it, and then we're gonna use limos to do it. So then it's all legal.
Games.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Ow! That's oh my
Yeah,
god!
exactly.
Shit.
There's
Ow.
too much burnt bacon in the car. Everyone,
Wow, do you smoke? You got like cigarette burns? No, soldering iron. Oh shit! Yeah.
Ouch.
I was constructing, not deconstructing.
Right.
I honestly don't think you'd have to
Different
explain
brand of
that to too
cancer.
many people at DEF CON.
Right. After we did the Maker Faire 2018 Learn to Solder workshop, I had a 5-year-old stab me in the thumb with a soldering iron, so I had it all wrapped up.
Oh, nice.
And so I got asked, "Oh, hey, did you break your thumb?" No, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this hurt a whole lot more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to have been 2018 because I don't remember that happening in 2019 when we did it.
Yeah. Let's see. I have my badge from it.
So, all right, let's see the badge, and I have a funny soldering story to share. It's worth teaching to anybody that would hear this video. Did you grab your badge?
Oh shit! I can.
I didn't want to interrupt the finish.
Oh no, you're good.
So I was jumping in there.
God, you can see my horrible handwriting because these you had to handwrite. Shit.
That's classy. Hella classy. All right, so previous job, the startup I was at, and we took on a bunch of interns, and so we actually had an intern that had like recoded some assembly stuff to make an RPG game actually hide stuff from views for players that shouldn't be able to see the views. Like, this kid was a super nerd, really awesome, super exciting to take him in, and then like, hey, this is how you bash code. Like, he knew assembly, but then I got to teach him bash, and I got to teach him a little bit of PHP and some database stuff and so on. So anyway, he's finally starting to pick up from Axon a little bit, and then ready to take on a soldering job. And so I had gotten a couple of extra things from stuff I went to, and I had an extra, safety glass piece, literally Google branded safety goggles. And I took it, right? Like most of us do. Google came here, right? So I took it to the office, and I was like, hey, so you're soldering. Here's some of the stuff you're needing. I had extras. Here you go. Use this too. It's soldering. It's it's protective safety glasses. You've never done it before. I don't know if you've ever seen metal heat up, but it can pop and it's super uncool. So wear this, be careful. Sure enough, like within the first like minute of him trying to solder and really like practice and learn, one sprayed up and literally landed like on the goggles directly where his eye would have been, directly. And so he came back into work the next day and he was like, Jim, Johnny Five, I got a story for you. I'm sorry. So he's like, this blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, high five, what's up? That's how you do it. Good job, man. So it like that stuff's real. Like, and also if you worry about stepping on someone's toes because you're trying to help them, do it anyway. Like, and do it nicely, obviously. Oh, yeah. Allow them to choose, but allow them to save themselves, right? Oh my God, I was so happy.
Like diagonal cutters, those little pins flying over all over the place.
Yeah, you cover the pins that you're cutting. You cut with the right hand, you cover with the left hand.
Nah.
No, why would you do that? Why would you be safe when you could just like kill somebody?
Safety third.
Right. I actually have a shirt. I finally got one.
Safety third shirt?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I got it given to me by a guy at B-Sides. And then apparently he has like a reverse print that I asked him to send me, and I don't know if he's gonna, but apparently like they messed up the stencil, and so there's a reverse print of it.
Well, that's cool. That's like safety Eid.
Right. That was a bad tangent.
Oh man.
Safety EMMC squared.
There you go. All right.
Codex, I like your jersey.
Oh, you like my jersey? I like your jersey.
Your jersey. I just want to plug this hashtag swag channel.
Oh yeah.
You can get in cool group buys like the SeKC basketball jerseys, customized on the back and everything.
Oh man.
We had some Pride merch that was made recently, all because we were talking about how cool it would be. And Jiggle Billy had one made like the next day. Mine's in my dirty clothes, or I would show that. But yeah, if you're like, I'm not going to be as mean as Codex is, but if you're not in the Discord, you're missing out a whole big part of our community. I highly recommend joining us there.
And for swag, for swag, we have Pride coffee mugs.
Yes.
We have pint glasses. We have newly designed 10-year pint glasses. We have
10-year coins.
Oh yeah, we have 10-year coins.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and do you have SeKC the flamethrower?
Suggested in the
I'm
swag.
sorry. I'll second that suggestion. SeKC flamethrowers sound kind of cool.
If it goes in the swag channel, we do have a laser cutter. Just saying. We have fucked up shot glasses. We have not so fucked up shot glasses. We have
merchandising.
We have bunnies, because they're bunnies and they're paperweights, not throwing stars. These are bunnies. So they're illegal in Kansas. These are not throwing stars. They're paperweights. It's your desk.
I need some paperweights.
Oh yeah.
Got lots of paper hanging around.
Yeah, of course. And it just holds up back. That's what the bunny does. It like I said, paperweight. Very functional paperweight.
I think they look super cool, but they also look totally out of balance. So I really wonder how well one would work. But I kind of want to throw it to see.
No. Like I said, they're bunnies. Like, why would you throw it? Would you pick up a bunny and throw a bunny?
Absolutely. I hate rabbits.
Have you? Yeah.
Right?
Have you never seen?
Oh wait, shit. Hold on, Ben.
Western throwing bunny.
See, the way we should do them is.
Oh god.
We should just put a label on them that says only throw in Missouri.
Right.
There we go.
So F12 is illegal in Missouri, but bunnies are illegal in Missouri. You come over to Kansas. F12 is illegal.
F12 in Kansas. Yeah.
F12 is legal, but your bunnies aren't. You can only have paperweights.
You guys should try throwing a jackalope. Just saying.
There we go.
I don't think DJ Jackalope would like to hear that.
Probably not. She does throw a really good show. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I've heard
so do our
DJs. She
DJs.
throws the ceiling at you.
Oh my god! Did you guys see pictures of that from the
Yes.
chandelier? Oh my god, that was bad.
Yeah.
It was actually not nearly as bad as the chandelier in the other room where they were throwing the beach balls around.
Well, no, that came down because they were throwing beach balls in that room.
There's that then there's a previous year of pool on the roof had a leak.
Yeah.
So we have a long, proud tradition of, shit falling out of the ceiling.
And then the year before that, it was let's fill the toilets with cement.
No, that wasn't the year before that. That was like
A long time
DEFCON
ago.
12. But we had the fixtures in the halls falling down on people.
Oh God.
All I have to say is that the goons told me that when I DJ at the top of Bali's, I think they said it went down. Was it 8 to 10 floors? The lobby was getting complaints about the music that was precipitating from above, and then I was like, "Do we need to turn it down?" And they said, "No, this is excellent."
Oh yeah. That's DEFCON.
I loved it. That was
I'm hoping I get accepted for the call for music this year because man,
my dude.
bass, just dropping some bass.
Oh, yes.
Yo, if you guys want to help, you can just like bombard at DEFCON on Twitter. Hook up your SeKC homies. Sessaron's gonna be applying. I'm gonna be applying. Johnny Five's probably gonna be applying. Archwist's probably gonna be applying. Hook up your SeKC homies.
We should kind of start basically hitting the inbox and just make sure we have the extra hashtag SeKC.
Oh yeah,
etc. And then we cross promote each other.
Oh
and
yeah.
There you go.
I just realized, we're gonna have a KC feature, aren't we? It's like, yeah.
So just Saturday night, just Kansas City.
Just Kansas
There we
City.
I like it.
We're the best.
All right, we're gonna have to make
Awesome.
a shit ton of SeKC t-shirts just so everybody can represent.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's what we do.
Absolutely.
Like, we plan this. DEFCON 30, we give out 10,000 SeKC t-shirts. DEFCON 31, we all apply.
Take
They
over
already
the
know our
joint.
name. Yeah, exactly. It's
feel
not
sorry
gonna be
for-
DEFCON anymore. It's gonna be SeKC like the big edition or something.
Well, why don't we try to do a Sky Talks? Like 303 did.
Huh.
Fun.
Hmm.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
Not to distract from that idea, and we should actually definitely bring that up in Discord and kind of maybe put some muscle into that idea. I like that idea. I want another reason to go out to Vegas. So the I mean, I don't know why.
Or we do our SeKC for that month at Vegas.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
SeKC from Vegas.
I'm,
That's an
Okay.
idea.
I'm fine with this.
okay, so oh gosh,
So everybody's just trying to recover afterwards, and nobody wants to do a SeKC, but we have plenty of energy when we're there.
I've just lost my thought. I had a really nifty thought there that was
Oh shit.
Oh, did Peter Pan lose his happy thought?
I did.
Man.
It's cool.
Well, if anyone wants to see what that thought ends up being, I'm sure Johnny Five will post it in the Discord when he remembers it.
Yeah. Just a quick reminder, if you aren't in the Discord, get in the fucking Discord.
Yes.
Discord, discord.gg/SeCKC.
Speaking of stuff that I think you could probably only see if you found the link through our Discord is the incredible animation that Haven sent and Archwisp, and I believe a few others, at least I know those two, put together for Archwisp's DJ track. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I watched. I
That was
actually,
fantastic.
yes, of the few videos I've gotten to see that haven't been directly $ Corp related that I've gotten to see, and maybe one or two extras. That one, I was like, oh, whoa, cool. The Archwisp, and wait, where did you get the time for this video? And I actually hit him up. I was like, where? How did you even
Okay.
put all that together? I recognized a few of
So,
the clips. What?
Here's one of my frustrations is that we have these awesome DJs, and every single one of them is awesome, and I want to pump their DJ mastery over the internet, but corporate America just puts a total kibosh on it, and I have to sit there and cut out all the good music, but when video comes into play, oh boy, that not only can maybe parts of Africa can't see our blog anymore because the Sony BMG group, doesn't like that we're playing, something related to something they purchased on the free market, but they just flat out ban you from everything. Yeah, that's what happened to. I was gonna just do the live streams of B-sides, and then we did, instead of the okay free music that was it the non was it non-corporate, gosh, I can't think of it, but the music that they don't complain about, and then we somebody said, oh, let's play some of Archwisp stuff. Oh yeah. So when you have an 8-hour long stream, they don't give you the option to mute it.
Right.
They just don't let you show your video.
Right. Public domain is the word you're looking for.
Public domain, yeah.
So if it weren't like just gonna get our stream taken down here, which also funny, I would play Fight the Power, but
Yeah, the irony.
The irony, yes.
Right. Wow, that is pretty damn ironic.
The power which we would be fighting. Oh. All right. We are an hour and a half into this. Do we have further things to say tonight?
Get on the Discord.
Get on Discord.
Join us for lunch.
Oh yeah.
Get involved in the.
Join us for lunch and get on Discord so you know where to join us for lunch.
Get involved in the security community around you.
Yeah.
And if you guys wanted to be in the Zoom tonight and you wanted to be a panelist, we did post the link in the Discord. It was in SeKC Ops. You guys didn't pay attention, or you just didn't want to join us, which is on you. You could have joined us. It's cool. And if you want to be a part of the team that makes SeKC run, get in the SeKC Ops channel. We do post the opportunities that we have that we need filled. I know that Always Never MFA is kind of our volunteer guru cat herder. She kind of is taking over of, if something needs done, she's going to find somebody. She's going to post it. And if you want to get something done, you want to help us, volunteer.
Yeah.
Or just start doing the things.
Just
like this needs done.
Yeah. I think I have some good closing music here when you're ready.
Oh, wait, hold on. Is it going to get us taken down?
Probably.
Great, cool. That's a great way to end the live stream.
All right.
YouTube
awesome.
just
We made it the whole way.
done.
And then, no.
Yep. And then, no.
All right. And.
Oh, God.
I love that, like, everybody is starting to head bottom.
Kaminsky. Dan Kaminsky. Kaminsky.
I was loving that. Really, actually was loving that. Also, props, Dan.
Well, you're gonna kill us like this, man. Shit.
All right. Hey.
All right.
Well, have a good night.
Thanks all.
Peace, y'all.
Y'all take care.
Bye, guys.
See ya. All right. Bye.